So I think this is going to be a weekly series where I read the AI cards because I really love looking into these and having fun. And I need to do a lot of catch up because I stopped doing this back in November. So let's take a look at some more cards. This was probably going to be every Wednesday, so keep an eye out on that for quite some time. So let's get into it. First up, we have Ghost Trick Doll. It is a level 4 Dark Synchro monster. It is a Zombie Synchro effect, 2000 attack, 1500 defense. 1 tuner, 1 or more non-tuner monsters. If this card is Synchro Summoned, you can activate one of these effects. Destroy all face-up attack position monsters you control. Special summon 1 Ghost Trick Doll from your extra deck, and if you do, inflict 500 damage to your opponent. This card can attack directly, draw 1 card, or negate the effects of a monster on the field, and if you do, destroy that monster. You can only use this effect of Ghost Trick Doll once per turn. This is a very interesting card, being able to either get a Ghost Trick Doll out from your deck, so you can make mischief of Ghost Trick Mischief of Angels, or just getting a draw card, which is very useful, or just pure monster removal. After that, we have KURIBOH Adventure. This is a equip spell. Special summon 1 dragon-type monster from your deck or graveyard. And if you do, equip it with this card, but neither player can activate the equipped monster's effects until the end of the next turn. At the end of the battle phase, if you control no other face-up monster, the equipped monster can attack your opponent's life points directly this turn. You can only use this effect of KURIBOH Adventure once per turn. If this face-up card in the spell trap card zone is destroyed, you can target 1 KURIBOH card in your spell trap card zone, return it to the deck, and if you do, draw 1 card. So essentially, it just replaces itself, which is absolutely fine. If it gets destroyed, cool, shuffle, draw 1. This is actually a very good card, getting out any dragon monster from the deck that you need. Activate, summon out Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon, Rocket Tracer, or whatever. And when it's destroyed, you can target it with a Rocket Tracer, destroy, cool, summon out whatever, shuffle it back in to draw. This is very broken, actually. I really like it. We have Dogmatica, the Magistus Sovereign. It is a dark level 8 spellcaster fusion effect, 2500, 2500. 1 Dogmatica monster plus 1 spellcaster monster, so it's very, very generic. Once per turn, you can target 1 face-up Dogmatica monster you control, equipped to this card. Okay, that's pretty simple. When a Dogmatica monster destroys an opponent's monster by battle, you can draw 1 card. Pretty standard. During a standby phase of the next turn, after this card was sent to the graveyard by a card effect, you can special summon this card. You can only use each effect, or you can only use this effect of Dogmatica Magistus Sovereign once per turn. So being able to get a Dogmatica into the spell trap card zone is, I don't know how useful that is, but if you have multiple different Dogmatica monsters going in for a punch, you get a draw off of each of them, which is actually super powerful, and you could summon this out first, then go and use your Nature Servant or whatever else you need to, because those lock the extra deck until after they're activated. So I could definitely see this being a place in Dogmatica for sure. Next up, we have Dark Magician Assault Mode. It is a level 8 Dark Spellcaster, 2500, 2500. This card cannot be normal summoned or set. This card cannot be special summoned except by removing from play 1 Dark Magician from your deck or graveyard. When this card or a spellcaster monster is special summoned from the hand, you can banish 1 Assault Mode activate from your deck, then target 1 spellcaster monster in your graveyard, special summon that target. You can only use this effect of Dark Magician Assault Mode once per turn. It's sad that it's a win effect, but that's absolutely fine. And in my opinion, this is a good assault mode, even though you don't need to use assault mode for it. It's kind of like a cross between assault mode and Malefic, which is pretty cool. Next up, we have Doodle, the Drummer of Doom. It is a level 5 Dark Zombie Normal, 1600 attack, 2200 defense. A boomerang with brains that's better off asleep in a park than in a war. Yeah, I agree with the Crash here. This wouldn't be out of place in early Yu-Gi-Oh! This is an early Yu-Gi-Oh card though, I'm trying to remember the name of it, but this is really good. After that, we have a Madam Pole. Aqua effect. You can send one face-up spell or trap card your opponent controls to the graveyard, then target one spell or trap card you control, return that target to the hand. You can only use this effect of Madam Pole once per turn. 10,000 attack, 100 defense, level 1. Oh. Huh. Yes, and the targets are cost. Totally fine. I am shocked. That's definitely a card. Next up, we have the Wheel of Destiny. It is a trap card. If a monster is special summoned, target one of them. Special summon one fusion monster from your extra deck that lists that monster on the field as a fusion material, using it as a fusion material. When a monster is special summoned, you can banish this card from your graveyard. You take no effect damage from your opponent's monster attacks this turn. You take no effect damage from your opponent's monster's attacks this turn. Okay. This, yeah, isn't good for counterplay. And I guess you just take no damage at all, I would think. This would be viable in something like Duel Links, because there's always one dominant deck usually. Next up we have Exorcister Sophalide. I think that's how you say it. I probably butchered it. It's a light link 2 fairy. 2000 attack, and it points bottom left to bottom right. 2 light fairy monsters. If this card is link summoned, you can send one Exorcister card from your deck to the graveyard. Then if there are Exorcister monsters in your graveyard, you can special summon any number of them. So any number of them. Also, you cannot special summon for the rest of the turn except fairy monsters. You can only use this effect of this card once per turn. While an Exorcister spell is in your graveyard, you can banish this card from the graveyard, add one Exorcister spell from your deck to your hand. Let me just double check Exorcister. Let me just double check something here. Spellcaster. Spellcaster. What are the link monsters? Warrior. So it locks you into fairies because why? I would rather have it lock into Exorcisters. But I guess. We have Void Condemnation. Quick play spell card. Banish one face-up Infernoid monster you control. Special summon one Infernoid monster from your deck with the same original type and attribute as that banished monster, but with a different name and 200 attack higher, but with a different name and 200 attack higher, but with a different name and 200 attack higher. Also, for the rest of the turn, you cannot activate cards or effects of cards with the same name as the monster banished by this card's effect. You can only activate one Void Condemnation once per turn. Yeah, if this card actually had ignoring their summoning conditions, it would be better, but with a different name and 200 attack or higher, but with a different name and 200 attack or higher. 200 attack higher. Yes. Next up, we have Dark Ritualist Ryzen Eglar. A level 2 fairy tuner effect. Hey, you can use this with the Exorcist card. 100 attack, 1900 defense. If this card is normal to special summoned, you can add one Ritual Sanctuary from your deck to your hand, or if you added a Dark Magician or Dark Ritualist card from your deck to your hand during this turn, except Dark Ritualist Risen Eglar, you can add one level 5 or higher light or dark dragon monster from your deck to your hand instead. Also, and if you do, add the top 5 cards from your opponent's list to their hand, based on what was added or removed from their hand. Once per turn during the main phase, you can, well, quick effect, you can negate the activation of any number of Dark Magician or Dark Magician Girl from your deck to your hand. Can I not have to use my brain for once? The last one, the Flinders one, broke my brain a little bit, but this one's breaking my brain more. Then it starts off good, then it gets... What? Oh, my brain hurts. I guess we're gonna do one more. We have NATURIA YURI Master. It is a rank 9 Earth Plant Exceed, 2400 attack, 3500 defense. 2 level 9 monsters. You can also exceed summon this card by using a rank 5 or higher Plant Exceed monster you control as the material. Transfer its materials to this card. Cannot be used as a material for an exceed summon. Okay, that's fine. Once per turn, you can target one Yuri monster in your graveyard, banish it, then destroy all monsters your opponent controls with attack greater than or equal to that monster's original attack. This attack and defense scale accordingly to the number of monsters exceed summon this way. Once per turn, you can detach one Bishop from this card, then target one Yuri monster in your graveyard, special summon that monster. Yes, that's fun. I think this is where I'm going to leave it here. So if you guys did enjoy, hit that like button down below. And if you want to see more content like that, please subscribe, as I'm getting closer to the 1,000 subscriber milestone. And I might do something special for that. But anyways, I've been Bolt Spider. See you guys in the next video, and goodbye.